for about 2 hours. Then there's a big lake. We shouldn't go there at all. We should make a right, and then it's gonna take a few hours, and then we make a stop. We get some rest and some food, and then from there, we head north to Minoko Station.
Why there?
To recruit my oldest friend. We'll need the extra firepower, because our next goal will be to take down the Paintress Heart.
Her heart?
Yes. You can't just stroll up to the Paintress. The chroma there is far too dense. It erases anyone who gets close. But if we destroy her heart, the barrier will fall.
Okay. So where is this heart? What does it look like?
What it looks like, that I don't know. But I do know that it's somewhere in the center of old Lumiere.
You found old Lumiere?
Yes.
So it's true. Before the fracture, our Lumiere was part of a larger city on the continent.
I've traveled with many expeditions. I was with the 58th when we found old Lumiere. But Renoir erased them before we could get further. And I don't know much more.
All right then. Let's go meet your friend at Minoko Station. And then, we'll take the Paintress's heart.
So he's been doing this for a while. When he first showed up during the confrontation with Renoir, it sounded like he knew the Paintress. And that, as he said, he knew the consequence was that she wouldn't be able to paint anymore. And it sounded kind of, sad isn't really the word I'm looking for, but it's in the same vein. Not like he knows the consequences, he accepts them, but it does feel a little bad about doing that to this person. I wonder if Renoir has actually spoken to her before. And honestly, if Verso has too. But Renoir is more like seems like a bodyguard for her. Which to me, aside from him wanting to keep his immortality, that would say he might have had conversations with her before or know her on a more personal level. I'm honestly surprised, or maybe not, that we haven't heard more about Expedition Zero, because earlier, talking to Lune, it sounded like she was going to grill Verso, and then we haven't heard anything of that, which is kind of disappointing. I would really like to know more, and I don't know if, information is definitely getting withheld from us. Sometimes it feels like there's no reason for it to be as withheld as it is. I guess you could say he's pretty cagey, maybe he doesn't want to talk about it, but I don't know. Hang on. I only have the one, but I know I enjoy this one, so I'm gonna use it on that weapon. I'm guessing all of the weapons I'm going to find from now on are going to be level 10 or up, or at least level 9. So I'll probably just end up using these catalysts pretty willy-nilly. I think I found one more kid for this guy.
Avemibo, mi dagoro ritote sukima bano. Kikoba o luto minna.
Okay.
That was sad.
Yeah.
You were sad.
Yeah.
You were thinking of Julie.
Well, not just her, but... Yeah.
Maybe she was the one under the tree.
Want a hug?
Yeah. I do.
Yes.
She reminds me of someone.
Who? My owl?
Have I met her before?
Well, you also thought you knew CL.
Oh, but I do. Wait, don't I?
You're the one who says all humans seem the same to you.
Oh well, that's because you're all cousins. Same, but different.
Right, so, maybe it's that.
Yes. Ah, just like Verso is Verso's cousin. Mael is Mael's cousin. Yes, that's it. You're so very wise.
Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
Yep. Verso the Wise.
Oh, great name. Oh, can I be Eskia the Great? No, wait. How about Eskia the Brave? Oh, no. Eskia the Great is better.
You're just a big ball of nonsense sometimes, aren't you?
That's why we're best friends.
Esky and Verso have fun talking to each other a bit more. Their bond grows. They talk a bit more nonsense before going back to the others.
How come Minoko lives so far from the other Jestrels?
Minoko's a searcher. They travel the land looking for Jestrels who went missing after the fracture.
The lost Jestrels.
Yeah. That and pissed off Golgra.
Your oldest friend is a Gestrel.
Yes. We've been friends for as long as I can remember.
Gustav would have loved that.
Why? Because he liked Gestrels?
Because he liked the idea of friendships that could last decades. We don't get to enjoy such long friendships in Lumiere.
How far up the mountain is Minoko Station? Will we see snow?
Not too high, but yeah. There's usually snow.
Fantastic.
Oh, right. There's no snow in Lumiere.
No, only in books and paintings. It's almost as mythical as Gestrels.
And just as fun. And sometimes just as deadly.
Oh. Really? My husband was obsessed with the idea of snow. I can't wait to see some.
She had a husband.
That you will.
So the romance I'd heard about, is that what this relationship level is with the two of them? If the romance is with Verso, I'm a little not crazy about it then, just because I don't really know him, and he hasn't known these two long enough. Doesn't feel like there's a relationship, any kind of relationship between the two of them aside from, or between him and the girls, aside from very professional. Also, I was a lot more excited for something with Gustav.
Your oldest friend?
Yes.
Anyway,
Gustav.
Why?
Because
Lune is my
we don't
favorite,
get to...
so I hope spending time with her doesn't log off spending time with CL. And since we could do this with SKA, that could mean that it's not just locked to romance. You could build up a good friendship with them, which I would also very much enjoy. I was just a little... The reason I thought it was leading to romance was because you do it with... You got this prompt with Lune and CL, but not with Mael.
Why are you allying yourself with us?
Not a lot of options out here. In case you hadn't noticed.
What about the previous expeditioners? Did you help them too? Yet they still failed.
That's a terrible way to ask questions. Do you always interrogate people like this?
Given the circumstances, I think we can skip the pleasantries, no?
Alliances are usually give and take, as are conversations. Trust goes both ways, no?
Alright then. As a gesture of good faith, I'll show you how to use Lumina.
No need. I got it.
Well, aren't you a quick study?
But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Trust works both ways.
All right. As a gesture of good faith, I'll answer 3 questions. Choose wisely.
Only 3.
Someone's a bit greedy.
3 questions with 3 follow-ups.
You're really pushing this.
I think it's reasonable.
All right. Go for it.
Lune spends some time bombarding Verso with questions. I want to hear them! Verso remains evasive, which pisses Lune off but also triggers her insatiable sense of curiosity. Lune is reluctantly intrigued, as is Verso. When the interrogation is over, they go back to the others. Again, it also feels weird, because he's a stranger to me, more or less. But if it were switched and I was Lune or CL, or was playing as one of them, and then had to romance Verso, then it would make a little bit more sense to me, for me to be doing it like that. But this way, it just feels strange.
How far up the...
Not too high. Oh, right.
No.
And just as...
Oh, my husband.
Verso approaches Ciel, who seems open to talking.
You seem less stressed than the others.
Is that your conclusion? After your extensive observation of our team?
Yes.
There must be better uses of your time than analysing our stress levels.
Well, it's important to understand your teammates.
Says the mysterious stranger who has yet to share much about himself.
Then consider this my attempt to be less mysterious.
Oh, is that what this is?
I'll trade you. A story for a story. Quite fair, I think.
Well, there are stories, and then there are stories. You first, then.
Something unusual, then? Strange wonders and mysteries?
A bit impersonal, hmm? Not really how you get to know each other. I don't think that's worthy of a trade. No. Tell me something dark and melancholy and personal.
Ooh, going straight for the heavy stuff, huh?
If we're going to share, let's share.
Story for a story, right?
We'll see.
Verso and Ciel spend the next few minutes arguing whether Ciel should also share. Ciel continues to tease Verso, who remains evasive. Verso and Ciel's relationship grows a little bit. They head back to the others. But definitely no chance to hang out with
How come
Maya.
Minoko lives
Monoko's...
a lost...
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I was just thinking about when I had heard about the romance thing, and it was because people were being weird about Mael and saying that they would have chosen her over the other two if she was available. And it's obviously weird because she's a kid. She's only 16, I think they said. And people were saying... They were talking about the whole ordeal, like Gustav was the one that was doing the romancing, and how it would be extra weird, not just because she's, you know, not age appropriate, but also because she's like family to him. But I really have never heard of Versa before at all. Not that I've seen too many spoilers, but even then, I feel like I should have come across his name sooner. Mael quietly approaches Lune, wanting to apologize for her behavior on their way to bury Gustav.
Hey,
Hey,
I didn't mean...
it's fine.
I just...
I miss him too.
It's hard.
The pain we feel every time we lose someone. I've tried many ways of dealing with it. Running from it, sitting with it, compartmentalizing it. But what I needed was to use it. To use everything.
What do you mean?
I... I feel everything. And I let it burn inside me. When I'm tired, when I feel hopeless, when I want to just let it all go. I use the pain. I use the fear, the shame, the guilt, the anger. I use it all to keep going. To make sure I continue.
Lune.
I can almost feel them beside me. Everyone we've lost. Walking with me. Especially when I use chroma. I feel their presence, their closeness. And they help me.
You feel Gustav?
Yeah. I do.
I'd like to feel him with me too.
You have an affinity for chroma too. Try it.
How do you always know what to do?
I don't. Want to know a secret? I have no idea what I'm doing. And I don't think anyone else does either.
Really?
Don't tell anyone else I said that.
Mael and Lune spend more time together in a moment that was special for both of them. Again?
What are you working on?
Contingency plans. If we fail, Expedition 32 will need every bit of information we have.
Right, but how are you going to get it to them?
I asked the Gestrals for help.
Smart.
What are the stars whispering to you?
Actually, I'm the one whispering to them.
Oh?
It's something my dad and I used to do. When I was scared, or anxious, or even when I was happy, he'd say, share it with the stars. When it's hard to talk about things, the stars will understand.
I like that.
I talked to the stars a lot after he was gone.
I remember the night we first met at the Crooked Tower.
Right. After the gommage.
I was surprised to find you there. I thought I was the only one who knew about that room.
I had to get away from the harbour. And those damn petals everywhere. So I climbed up.
It wasn't logical. But part of me really believed my parents and their expedition had succeeded. That they'd stopped her. Then the pain just woke. And I knew they weren't coming home.
You know, it meant a lot to me. The comfort we shared that day. But you avoided me after. Why?
It wasn't personal. I cut a lot of people out of my life.
Okay, not personal.
That day, I knew my parents had failed. They were counting on me to finish their work. I couldn't afford distractions.
Friends are not distractions.
I know that now.
Wow. We're in the middle of nowhere with 1 year left to live. What better time to build friendships?
I could use some wine, though.
Making friends is thirsty work.
I just noticed at the very end of that cutscene, her arms are crossed, so we're not going to see it, but CL actually has a wedding ring on her finger. And in one of the cutscenes, I think around the time we were at the bridge, I've noticed these bands before, but I didn't really look much closer at them. But on the front of her forearm, she has like a piece of wood with some writing on it tied with those bands. But I couldn't get a good look. The writing was pretty small. Maya finds a spot where she can write. She spends some time writing in Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She gathers her courage and writes about Gustav's sacrifice, how he laid the trail. She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. Maya heads back. Recruit Minoko versus best friend at his station in the mountains. Go to sleep.
Thanks. It really was a beautiful place.
Glad you liked it. I've buried friends there too. You were right about condolences. We offered them because we don't know what else to say, but there's no comfort there.
No.
All we can do is carry them with us.
I guess. Sorry. It's just wet.
Drowning in our own sadness. Hey, why did you join the expedition? I mean, with the Gommage, I understand the rest of the team's decision, but you're half their age.
Out here seemed better than in there at the time.
It's natural. Wanting to escape a life you don't want.
Escape. Yeah. That's what I wanted. But Gustav and the others, they really want to change things.
Well, changing your life also counts. Can't always shoulder the world's problems, you know? It'll drain you fast.
Gustav would probably say, If more of us cared, then it would lighten the load for everyone.
He sounds like a good guy.
Wait. I kept Gustav's, so you can have mine. You'll need one if you want to be an official member of our merry crew.
I gotta say, I didn't take you for an official kind of person.
Welcome to the disaster expedition.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go. Well, now that all of them have relationship levels now, are they going to tell us about what this means? So, looks like there's no way back except to go through the Forgotten Battlefield, which isn't that bad since we have fast travel flags, so just go straight to the beginning. Minoko Station. I did want to see what the Nevron over here was about, so I'll probably reveal as much of the map as I can and then go back and check out this Nevron, and then probably take some time at the beach to figure that out. Did I see this before?
How far to Minoko Station?
With SKA? That should be quick.
Fastest boat.
Ooh, thing is huge. Looks like it has the same ribbon that SKA has. I'm not gonna mess with it right now.
Well, that will help.
Minoko Station is to the north, not far from here.
Uma wheeler forth.
She has a ton of hair. This one makes her look like a troll from DreamWorks Trolls. Whoa. Oh, right, because it's snowy. I'm going to assume that enemies in this area will have a vulnerability to fire, maybe? And resistant to ice. Oh, that's another.
Evo.
Useful.
Didn't we have another stone quarry?
Let us get wet.
Haunted carnival, maybe? Oh, we are getting closer and closer.
It's the swimmer.
Ugh. I don't like that. I'm not even gonna do that right now.
Time for swim. Acceleration. It's the swimmer.
Boat graveyard. Wonder if this sounds like a place that's not a very large map. Yeah, just like that.
Useful.
So I think all the names that I've heard in the song that's about to play in the back are Verso, Mael, Renoir, Alicia, Nora, and Alina? Okay, I'm gonna go back and check on some stuff that we weren't able to do in the other area. And try to do that challenge at the Gestural Beach.